Hey everyone, welcome to a guide to the replay system in SMITE. A lot of people have been asking, how do I watch replays? How do I spectate old games? How do I involve myself in as far as that system goes? There's a few finer notes to cover here, so I want to make sure that I got a guide out for all the people out there. It is important to note that this system is available to all players in SMITE. As long as you have a SMITE account, you can watch old replays. The important thing to note is that not all games are recorded for the replay system. The difference between the replay system and the spectator system is the spectator system is granted exclusively to high-res employees and local shoutcasters and community members for media purposes. So not every player will have access to spectator, but every player will have access to replays. Now, if we look at the stats page on the screen right here, this is a ranked game. Now, most ranked games are recorded if they're a high enough rating, so all the top players should have their ranked games recorded. But if you look here at the top of the screen, there's a view match button. When I hover over this, it lights up. This lets you know that a spectator has viewed this or it was recorded because it was a ranked game. If it has this TV here on the stats page, you can watch it as a replay. If it does not have this TV here, you cannot watch it. Not all games will be watched. You can't watch your games. You know, if you just played a game, you thought it was awesome, and you want to watch it again, you cannot watch just your games. They have to be either spectated by a spectator or have to be a ranked game from a top-tiered player automatically recorded. So if you see this TV here, you have the go-ahead to watch this replay. Now, there are two ways you can get into the replay. Number one is if you get to the stats page and you have this view match button, you can click this view match button in-game, and it will actually load up the replay for you automatically. So if you go to the stats and you find top players and you go to the recent match history and you find a match that does have this icon here, you can watch it just by clicking this button. Now, if you don't have the stats page but you're watching a tournament and one of the shoutcasters gives you a replay number or someone gives you a match ID, you can easily take that match ID and type it into the system tray while you are in the main lobby for SMITE and enter into the replay that way as well. So let's go and check out how that works out. We go down here and type in /replay. This is going to be the Juice vs. My Revenge game for the most recent My Revenge tournament. So if I type in /replay space the replay number, this is all it takes. I hop in here, and since this game was recorded, it's going to load up the replay for me, and I'll hop right in. It takes a second to load. Give it a second, and once again, it'll load all the players as well. I'll get a few skips there, but we do see that the replay is active, so now we're in the game. This is the Juice vs. My Revenge semifinals and the My Revenge January finals tournament. So you can see you can move around. A few things you need to know about using the spectator system is that once you're in the game, there's a few controls you need to know. Moving around is just like it would be if you were in game. So WASD is your default setting. If you have that, that'll allow you to move around as I am doing right now. It allows me to move. I aim with my mouse so I can look around that way. There are a lot of extra controls you can take advantage of as well. To raise elevation, you go with Q and E. Q, I'm pressing Q right now, will lower the elevation down to the ground. If I hold down E, it will raise the elevation up to the ceiling of the map. So using those two keys in conjunction with the WASD will allow you to move up and down and go over walls and go down and go through buff camps and all that kind of stuff. The other thing too is if you use the mouse scroll wheel, you can see my movement speed is at a static movement rate right now, but if I scroll up, that'll make me fly faster. If I scroll down, this will slow down my movement speed very, very slow, so I can do some slow pans or mess around with that and have fun with that. So I'm going to put this back to a medium setting here. The other settings too is if you want to change the fog of war in the bottom right corner of the screen on the minimap, pressing M on your keyboard will do that. I press it once, it shows the fog of war for the blue team. This is currently bugged out. There's a lot of issues with the replay system, the spectator system. You have to bear with that. But these keys are probably going to stay through all of it. I press M again, it'll show the fog of war just for the red team. Pressing it again will show the fog of war for individual players, and then back to original, pressing M there. The other keys there, next to the M, you will have the comma key. The comma key will skip back a 30-second increment. So if you look at the bottom corner of the screen, I'm at 140 on the replay clock. When I press the comma down here, right here, if I press the comma, that'll skip me back about 15 seconds or 30 seconds right there, depending on where it goes. So it'll go there. It goes back to 1. It goes, if it's above an increment, it'll go back to the previous increment. And if I press it twice, it'll go to 30 seconds. The same thing goes for the period. When I press the period, it'll go forward a 30-second increment, as long as it catches up to live there. So I can press that, and that'll move up in time. So using the comma and the period will allow you to skip along. It's better than scrolling because you can come down here and move this yourself, but it's not very accurate. It kind of skips around, and it's kind of annoying to use. So you can use the comma and the period key. The other thing too is you can slow down and move along the replay speed by pressing page down and page up. So if you look at here, This is a 1-time speed. This is normal game speed. When I press page down, it's going to go to 1/2. So this goes down to 1/2. You see the players are moving much slower. This is a very slow speed here. Press page down again. I'll go to 1/4. It'll actually go down to 1/8. 1/8 is the slowest. You can see this is very, very slow. Here comes the Hebo water cannon. Water everywhere. So you can also do it in the opposite direction as well. You can go up to 1-time speed, 2-time speed, 3 times, 4 times, 8 times, and also up to 16 times, which is quite chaotic, but allows you to skip through the replay as well. If you look at other keys, that's pretty much it as far as everything goes. If you want to spectate individual players, you can hold down space to get your cursor. You can click on individual players. Let's click on raw here. This will go to raw. If you want to spectate him, use WASD to get off him for a second, and then you can. This is a little bit buggy, but you can right click and it'll go to his player cam. So right click for the player cam, left click on top of a portrait to get the individual player, and it'll spectate over. It's like an aerial view. And of course, the last few things here is you can hold down the space bar and click on this pause button. This will pause the replay. You can move around. This is completely still motion. You won't be able to see anything moving here with your space bar held down, so you can go through this. You can replay it again. The other thing you can do is also click on the mini map. This will allow you to fly around the map to go to certain locations, go to certain camps. If someone's jumping on Fire Giant, you can go into Fire Giant, land on that. Remember, it will keep, if you look at the bottom right corner of the screen, it will keep your current angle. So since I'm pointing to northeast here, my cursor will always be facing northeast no matter where I go. So you want to make sure that you want to be facing the direction you want to go and click. So if I'm looking forward, I want to be going behind Guan Yu. So I'll land facing this direction behind Guan Yu when I click. Same thing when I go over here. Allows you to pick the location a little bit better. But that's going to be about it for the replay system, guys. Go ahead and hop in. Remember, you need to look for the TV icon on the stats page to make sure that the replay is watchable and a replay file is created. But if it is, have fun. You can hop in there and move around. You can watch certain plays. You can also do this to send in replays for the top 5 replays of the week. There's a couple SMITEs. If you guys don't have a replay there, you can send it to DrybearSubmit at yahoo.com if you find some top plays inside of this. Just look through some replays if they are available, and if you do find something really cool or anything like that, go ahead and send it to DrybearSubmit at yahoo.com, and then go ahead and send me the replay number, the time in the replay that the event happened, and do this using the replay clock down here, not the game time, because the game time does mess up a lot. So the replay clock down here and the time, and also a short description of what happened. We're going to be doing top 5 plays of the week for the SMITE game channel, so this will help everything work out a little bit better as far as finding the plays. So send it to DrybearSubmit at yahoo.com with the replay number, the time in the replay that happened based on this replay clock, and also a short description of what you saw. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I hope this does help out a lot of people who are looking to use the replay system, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.